Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 49, day 3 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. We are following, hold on. Caleb, can you get me the clove oil, please? Yeah. We are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, The Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can get at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. It is, if you love essential oils or you love aromatherapy, if you love positive affirmations and you love music therapy, I think you're going to really love really love this book. It is simple, super simple in its format, but profound in the changes it can help us make in our lives. The affirmation for the entire week is, everything I wish for is for, I'm tweaking the affirmation just a little bit. I wish for what is in my highest and best good, and what I wish for happens often. Then the positive affirmation for today is, I feel positive about meeting my goals and go with the flow. I feel positive about meeting my goals and go with the flow. So let's talk about that. The first thing I thought of when I was thinking about this affirmation on being positive that we're going to meet our goals is that we have to have a goal. And I'm reminded of that song from the musical South Pacific. I definitely love musicals and I think in songs. And the song goes, you've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you're gonna have a dream come true? So we have to have dreams. We have to have bucket lists. We have to have goals. And anyway, so if you haven't had a goal for a while because you're like, I never even reached them, why should I even set them? And yes, I know that sometimes it takes us a long time to reach our goals. But if you don't have some goals that you're working through, just sit down maybe and do some journaling. Why don't you have goals set right now? What has been your experience with goals in the past? Do you feel like goals are your friends? Like, are goals stars to live your life by? Or have you treated more goals like sticks to beat you with if you don't reach them? We want to treat our goals like stars to live our lives by. And even if we don't get to the exact goal that we're hoping for, we will have bettered our life in some way as we were working toward that goal. So let's talk about and let's journal about how we've interacted with goals before. Maybe where some of the pitfalls have been. Maybe where some of the sadnesses have been. Let's not just concentrate on the pitfalls and the sadnesses. Let's look at where have some of our successes been. Where have some of our happy points been? Maybe that's what we should start with. Maybe we should start with, what's one goal that I had in life that I reached, and let me just journal about and remember and bask in the feeling that I felt when I hit that goal. Hitting goals is so fulfilling. Okay, so if we feel positive about meeting our goals, so then we can go ahead and we can also look at, well, where have we fallen down in meeting our goals in the past, and what do we think we can do if we want to meet those goals, right? And if they're a goal, why wouldn't we want to meet them, right? So if we want to meet those goals, if we want to achieve them, let's get our game plan together on how we're going to achieve them. Are we going to have to-do lists that we mark off? Are we going to have accountability partners? Are we going to have mentors or coaches that help us stay on track? We don't have to do everything by ourselves. There's a whole world of community that is there to help us meet our goals. Sometimes it costs money, sometimes it doesn't cost any money. So again, we're gonna put a game plan together on what's my goal and how am I gonna try to meet it. then the second part of the affirmation is, and I go with the flow. So I feel positive about meeting my goals and go with the flow. So what does that mean? Like, do we want to go with the flow? We're like setting a million goals and we kind of flow and kind of get tossed around by the waves and never achieve anything. No, I don't think that that's what this is going. I think it means that I'm going with the positive flow. Like, I'm not afraid to change my course, my direction to better meet my main goal. So here's an example for this. Let's say that your main goal is to be healthier, right? And so let's say that okay, dinner's yourself, or maybe each of your family members take a turn in making dinner. Well, it's now nighttime and no one's saying anything for dinner, and you still want to have dinner. Well, go in with the flow. What can you do? Is you're remembering your main goal. Your main goal was dinner. Well, why don't you just go out and get takeout, right? Or whatever. I'm sure there's so many different fixes for that, but going out and get takeout one is a great one, and then coming back, being in the same room, eating it together with the family, connecting. So I think that's what that really means. I go with the flow. I keep my goal in sight, but I'm not so tied to the way I get there. As long as it's good, I'm not so tied to the way I get there. I'm going to go with the flow the best way I see to help me get to my goal. And obviously, getting to our goal in righteous ways. Okay, so that's the take on being positive, that we're going to meet our goals, and then going with the flow. Another thing that I want to say on being positive that you're going to meet your goals. There have been so many goals in my life that have seemed hard to meet, and so many goals where it seemed like I don't even think I'm going to meet this goal, and if I would have stuck in that negative thought on, it's going to be really, really hard work, do I really want to put in the hard work, or I don't even think if I worked my hardest I could reach it, I would have not met that goal that I did meet. If I would have thought, I don't think I can, because when we're in that I don't think I can, we just don't have the energy to put in the sustained energy that when we meet those roadblocks, when we meet the hardships in our life, if we're already in that, I don't even think that this can be done, we meet the first roadblock or two and boom, we're out of there. Right? And so we have to have that positive energy, that hopefulness, that faith, that confidence, whatever it is that you want to call it. We have to have a good portion of that so that when we hit those roadblocks, those hardships, we're like, you know what? Yeah, it's hard, and that's a hardship, and I'm going to keep going because that's the goal that I want to get to. So we have to have that positive attitude if we're going to have the strength, the energy, the wherewithal to actually get to your goal. So, this is what I'm going to say. Let's gather around us some supporters. Let's gather around us some people that when we hit the roadblocks, they're those people that tell us, you know what, you can still make this. I can see a way. Let's game plan this. I can still see you getting there. The people who are going to be like, yeah, that's a roadblock. Yeah, it's hard. But you know what? You got this. It's okay. You got this. We need those type of people around us. So maybe as we're journaling today, we can think about who are those people in our lives. Because sometimes we hit those roadblocks, and we know we all have people like this in our life that are like, oh, that's really hard. Are you sure you want to do that? I don't know. You know what? You've given it your best shot. Why don't you just relax and eat ice cream and watch TV or something like that? Like, why don't you switch to something else? And those people love us, but they're not the people that we need when we're really trying to hit the goal. We need those people that have faith in us, that see how reaching that goal would help to up level and change our lives, and are there to cheer us on and support us through the hard times. So, as you're thinking about reaching goals and you're journaling about all that, again, journal about, hey, when I reach the hard times, who are the people that I want to call? And who are the people that I don't want to call that will be just like, oh yeah, just give up. We don't want to call those people when we're reaching the hard times. Okay, so that's my take today on being positive about meeting goals and going with the flow. The music for the whole entire week is the opera by Carmen. It has many different feels, as many different movements in this opera. Go ahead, listen to it. Put it on when you're doing the dishes or cleaning your room or doing your homework or out jogging. It's very, very energizing music from what I've listened to so far. The diffuser blend that we're diffusing the whole entire week is 2 drops of frankincense, the king of oils, the oil of truth, and then 2 drops of bergamot, the oil of self-acceptance, the oil of radiant sunshine, and then 2 drops of clove, which is the oil of that helps us set and hold good boundaries. And that is something that we all need to do. So today we're going to be delving more into the physical and emotional benefits of clove essential oil. And I'll start with a little bit of background on clove for you. Clove comes from the buds of flowers of the clove tree. So basically the flowers bloom and then they get picked and dried, and that's where clove buds come from. They don't even bloom because it's clove bud oil. So it's just when you have that little tiny bud of the flower. Originally, clove was from the Spice Islands. Clove cultivation used to occur pretty much exclusively in Indonesia until the late 1700s, when the French smuggled cloves from the East Indies to the Indian Ocean Islands and the New World. One of the islands that they smuggled the clove to was the island of Zanzibar, which was part of Tasmania. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not put punctuation in here, so I don't want to mislead you. Let me say that again. So the French smuggled the cloves from the East Indies to the Indian Ocean Islands and the New World. Okay? And the island of Zanzibar, which is part of Tasmania, is the world's largest producer of cloves. There you go. There should have been a period there. I'll have to go back and put it in. The other top producers include Indonesia and Madagascar. The ancient Persians supposedly used clove oil in love potions, so we can think aphrodisiac here. Ayurvedic healers in India have long used clove oil to treat digestive issues, fever, and respiratory problems. Ground clove, has an astounding auric value of 290,283 units. If you don't know what an auric value is, go ahead and Google it, but basically it has to do with how antioxidant a product is. This means that per gram, clove contains 30 times more antioxidants than blueberries, which has an auric value of 9,621. A fun fact about clove is that during the Han Dynasty, cloves were known as tongue spice, and courtiers were required to hold cloves in their mouths when talking to the emperor. So here are some of the physical benefits of clove. Clove may be best known as a breath freshener and as a toothache reliever. For freshening your breath or to help with soreness in your mouth, you can put 1 drop in water and swish around and spit it out. For a toothache, you can also put 1 drop into 2 tablespoons of carrier oil, like olive oil, coconut oil, and then rub that on your jawline, just wherever you're feeling that achiness. Now, if you have a toothache, I'm not going to just say, oh, get your clove and rub it on. No, that's going to help relieve the pain until you can get to your dentist and get it taken care of. We want to make sure that we are addressing our teeth and gum needs as soon as we on a regular basis, but definitely as soon as we see that we have a need. Clove is one of the most well-known clove oil uses was for toothaches. It was first documented in 1640 in the French book The Practice of Physique. Although there is reason to believe that the Chinese have been using clove for toothaches for over 2,000 years. Today, clove is widely accepted as a reliable solution for dry socket and for relieving the pain and discomfort associated with various dental disorders. The Journal of Dentistry, for instance, published a study in 2006 proving that clove essential oil had the same numbing effect as benzocaine, which is a topical agent commonly used that your dentist commonly puts on before, shooting that needle into you to put some bigger numbing substances into you. Clove is a warming oil, and so it's a great oil to use to rub in before you exercise or after you exercise to kind of warm up, before you exercise to warm up those muscles, and after you exercise to make sure or to try to lessen the discomfort that you might feel after a major workout. So for that, you're not going to take the straight clove oil and rub that on because it is way too potent. What you're going to do again is put 1 to 2 drops into 2 tablespoons of carrier oil and then rub that onto your muscles. You can rub it onto sore muscles, achy hands, achy backs, sore knees, wherever you're feeling that discomfort. Clove supports healthy circulation. It supports the immune system. For supporting the immune system, go ahead, put it in your diffuser, let it diffuse. You are gonna love the smell. As I'm shooting this, we are heading into autumn. The leaves where we are have not yet started to turn those beautiful golden and orange and brown colors, but we can hear the Canadian geese flying over honking as they're going to the south. So clove is a beautiful oil to diffuse as you go into the autumn. Clove again is full of antioxidants, so it's great to use in the early stages of an illness to help kill the germs. And it's great to use in the recovery stages of an illness to help build up energy and stamina. Sometimes after you're sick, you're like, while you're sick, you're like, I just don't even want to do anything. You just want to go to bed and curl up, watch TV, read a good book, or just sleep, right? And then as you're recovering, you just haven't gotten all your energy back. And so clove can be a beautiful thing to do when you're trying to get your energy back after you've been sick. Clove supports the endocrine system. It supports the digestive system. Do you remember how the Ayurvedic medicine healers used it for the digestive system? Well, it's beautiful to use that way. Put 1 drop of clove oil into 2 tablespoons of carrier oil and massage that on your lower back, your abdomen. It also helps with indigestion, motion sickness, bloating, flatulence, or nausea. You can use clove to help in quitting smoking. Now, for this, I'm just going to say Google Quit Sticks. Okay, they're super, super easy to make, but I'm just going to walk you through how to do this. You're going to take, and get the exact recipe online, but you're going to take about 2 tablespoons of fractionated coconut oil, put that into the bottom of a glass jar. You don't want plastic because you're going to be using essential oils. And so whenever you're using essential oils, you always want to use glass, especially if you're going to be ingesting it. So put your 2 tablespoons down of that fractionated coconut oil, then put in 20 drops of clove. You can also do this with cinnamon. You can do this with black pepper. Black pepper is renowned for helping with smoking. Or helping people quit smoking. You could do a black pepper clove mix. You could do a black pepper cinnamon mix and see which one you really like the best. Anyway, then you're going to just take your toothpicks and you're going to stake them. You're going to mix up the clove oil. I would do a combination of clove and black pepper. do 10 drops of each of those then. But look for the recipe online, and I will try to post one of my favorite recipes and clips into the comments for you on this. Anyway, and then you're going to just stick the toothpicks down into your jar and refrigerate them for about 24 hours, and then you can just use them to suck on whenever you feel like you want something in your mouth, and just put that in your mouth instead of a cigarette. Believe me, it's going to be way more healthy. Your breath is going to smell way better, and it's going to have all these beautiful immune boosting and digestive boosting effects too. Okay, so yes, you can use clove to help quit smoking. For a liver detox, you can use that same ratio, that 1 drop of clove into 2 tablespoons carrier oil. Rub that over your liver, or rub that over your reflexology points for your liver on your feet. And go ahead, that's super easy just to Google. So you can see where your reflexology points are for your liver if you're interested in that. You can use it for respiratory support. Go ahead, diffuse it, or use that same ratio, 1 drop of clove to 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and then you can rub that on your chest for respiratory support. You can use clove to help get rid of mold. Go ahead, put a few drops of clove, just straight clove, onto a cloth and rub that wherever you're seeing the mold, and see if that doesn't help in cleaning it off, killing it off, and helping it so it doesn't come back. And you can definitely put some clove oil into your bathroom spray to help make sure that you don't get a problem with clove. Now, am I saying that if you do clove, you'll never have a problem? No, I live more in a dry climate, so I have to say that we don't have a lot of problem with mold here. But see what it does for you if you live in a wetter climate. See how clove can help with the mold. Clove is a beautiful oil to help support our memories. It's great to put in drawing salves to help draw infections out from the tissues. Clove can help alleviate mental and physical exhaustion. Clove is great for insect control. Studies, you can check out the studies that show how clove can help repel cockroaches and termites. So thankful that we do not live in a climate where cockroaches seem to be a problem, but I've definitely lived in those climates before and know that cockroaches can be a problem. So do your due diligence, look at the studies on clove and cockroaches. Clove can be beautiful for helping to clarify our complexion. So for that, you can take 3 drops of clove essential oil, mix it with 2 tablespoons of raw honey, mix those together really, really good, stir them up, and then just take a little bit and then massage that onto your face, wash it off. Do that, I would say, when you're trying something to do to clarify your complexion, I would probably try it for a month and then see how that's working for you. If one thing doesn't work, let's move on to the next, right? Clove is great for when you have warts. So you can just put a drop or 2 onto a round Band-Aid and then put that on and keep doing that. Like maybe in the morning do that, in the evening do that, and see how that helps. Now, all our bodies are different, so what might work amazingly well for me may not work for you, but it's nice to try something natural first. I think that's my biggest motto. Why not try something natural first? Then if you need to go to something else, there you go, you can. Clove is not recommended to really use with children under 6, and don't overdo your clove because a little bit goes a long way. So, emotionally, what does clove do? Well, here we go. It helps us set and keep healthy boundaries. Now, as I'm talking about healthy boundaries, I wanted to bring up a discussion that we had once when I was with a group of women just kind of sitting there talking. And we were talking about the difference between a perfect wife and a healthy wife. And you can even translate this to a perfect mom and a healthy mom, or a perfect teacher and a healthy teacher, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in your life. Perfect dad, healthy dad, perfect husband, healthy husband. Well, a perfect wife, what would she do? Well, she might just, get up super early, totally clean the house, mop it, vacuum, dust, right? A place for everything in its place. And cook gourmet meals every night, beautifully made up, hair beautifully done, weighs exactly what the media says she should weigh, and the list could go on and on. Like the thing is, the perfect wife would be different for everyone, right? They might have some similarities, but very, very different for everyone. Well, what would a healthy wife do? Well, a healthy wife might say, "Hey, hun, yeah, take off your socks right there. Can you put them in the hamper? And hey, can we take turns making dinner? Or oh, you know what? I just had a hard day. Maybe I need to recharge. Can you do this for me?" And so, are you seeing the difference between the perfect wife and the healthy wife? And I'm sure you can be thinking of some of these things on your own. But the difference is between a healthy wife knows what's healthy for her and makes sure that she's doing that, making sure she's taking care of herself. Whereas a perfect wife might just work herself to the point of being frazzled or anyway. So there's a little difference too, and here's a difference that I wanted to talk to you about when it comes to perfect and healthy. Okay, and that's the difference between a horse and a mule. Okay, and I know that when we think of traveling and things, we usually think horse, right? And that's all well and good, but the deal is that a horse will run itself to the point of exhaustion. A horse will run itself to the point of death. Okay? We don't want that. I don't want that for you. You don't want that for me. We don't want that for anyone. We want people to have boundaries. Hey, you're running me too fast. I'm not going to run anymore. Or I'm going to slow down, or I'm going to rest for a little bit, and then I'm going to start running. Okay? Whereas a mule, I love this about mules. Whereas a mule, when a mule thinks that something is not healthy for them, a mule will not go there. A mule will not do that. A mule will never run itself ragged to the point of death. Okay, so to me, that's the difference between a healthy mom and a perfect mom and a healthy mom, right? Is that a perfect person could totally just run herself ragged or himself ragged the whole day. Thinking people putting on project after project after project, thinking this person can handle it. Whereas the healthy individual knows what they can handle. They know that no one else knows what they can handle. And so they say, yes, I can do that. Nope, I can't do that. Yes, I'm going to do this for myself. No, I'm not going to do that. The difference between perfect and healthy and Clove. I love it. How Clove can help us set and keep boundaries. Good boundaries. And do we need boundaries? Yeah, as a parent, as an individual, we all need good boundaries. We all need good lines on what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. As parents, if you're a parent, you probably understand what I'm about to say to you. Hey, Mom, can I? Oh, Mom, please. Come on, Mom. Come on, Dad. Please. Oh, gracious. You're being so mean. Please, 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 please. Right? Oh, children can just wear you down if you don't have the wherewithal, if you don't have the gumption to set and keep boundaries. And as parents, should we set and keep boundaries? Absolutely. God gave us these children to raise and protect and care for and watch over. I think that's one of the reasons He gave us that 5th commandment. Children, honor your parents. They have a little bit more wisdom than you, and they love you more than life itself. And they're going to do their best for you. So follow their counsel. Okay, so yes, it can help you make and set boundaries. Let's see. Another boundary that clove can help us set is being compassionate with other people and their problems without getting pulled into their drama. I love you. I'm here to support you, but I'm not here to get pulled into your drama. I love, to me, that's a little bit like Pollyanna. She had this strength to stay in her confident, happy space no matter what else was happening around her. Clove. In the movie, she didn't use clove, but clove can be that I am going to stay here and you're going to stay there and I'm going to love you. But at the end, I'm going to give you your problems back and say, I'm going to love. I know you can solve them. I can't wait to see how you solve it. And yes, we can help. But in the end, these are their problems to grow through. Clove can help us to stick with our own purposes in life instead of getting always pulled off by the storms of life or by negative things that can crop up. Because clove has a warming action, it also has a warming action in our heart. We had mentioned before that someone liked to use it as an aphrodisiac. Love potions, Persians, ancient Persians. And it can be a beautiful oil to diffuse when we're trying to kindle some romances, or even when we're just trying to do things together as friends. Because it's in a warming oil, it can help create feelings of cooperation and courage. Because it's a warming oil, it can also help us feel more secure with our sexuality. Because it's a warming oil, it can help us remember that romances and friendships need nurturing or else they can wilt and die. So let's make sure that we are prioritizing the relationships in our life that we really want to thrive. Clove is great at helping us release repressed emotions. It helps us to learn from past suffering. It helps us to heal from past hurts. It helps us to move forward, exploring new possibilities with enthusiasm. It helps us to change the past from a place of brokenness to a place that empowers us to be better people, to be more compassionate with others. Clove can help stimulate the mind and bring clarity. Clove can help put a stop to power struggles. It can help us hold our ground so we do not buy into unhealthy compromises. Clove is quite a protective oil. It can protect from negative energy. It can help lift us out of darkness and help us see the sad parts of our life. And it can help us appreciate things so that we can see the future and even today with more optimism and more light. Clove can help in creating and sustaining a positive outlook and attitude. So here are some ways that you can diffuse and blend clove. So for a pain mix, you can mix it with wintergreen, birch, lemongrass, or any of the other analgesic essential oils. For a relaxing blend, you can mix it with flower oils. You can mix it with rose, clary sage, ylang ylang, and even bergamot. Now, bergamot is a citrus oil, but it definitely has that floral scent and some floral energy along with it. To help us let go of things that no longer serve us, so we can mix it with cinnamon, cassia, or wild orange. Now, to me, that's also going to be a very confidence-boosting blend. When you're mixing clove with cinnamon, with cassia, or wild orange, you are going to face the world with greater optimism and greater confidence. So this would be a great blend if you were going on a new date for the first time. Plus aphrodisiac, right? Or if you were, sparking the romance, just romance. Anyway, and or it'd be great to use if you were going to a job interview, some job that you really, really wanted to get, going to a test, having that confidence, right? Anything you need confidence to, that would be a great blend for. It's great to mix with vetiver or cassia if you just want to feel more secure. It's great if you're working on relationship issues to mix with jasmine or wild orange. If you are doing heart work, it's great to mix with ylang ylang, geranium, or helichrysum. All beautiful, beautiful oils to help heal the heart emotionally. And if you are looking for an immune boost, put 1 drop each of clove, rosemary, eucalyptus, cinnamon, and wild orange. So I'm going to repeat that again. For an immune boost, put 1 drop each in your diffuser of clove, rosemary, eucalyptus, cinnamon, and wild orange. It's going to be a beautiful blend and very, very immune boosting. And then please play around with your oils. You are going to come up with delightful diffuser blends, massage blends, beautiful oil blends that you love. And the last thing about clove is this is not one that I would recommend ever using in your bath. It is quite a hot oil. And so, yeah, I would not put it in your bath. Okay, so those are some of the beautiful emotional and physical benefits of clove oil. Just reminding you that the diffuser blend we're diffusing the entire week is 2 drops of frankincense, king of oils, super protective oil, oil of truth, 2 drops of bergamot, the oil of self-acceptance, and just a beautiful ray of sunshiny oil. And then 2 drops of clove oil, which is the oil of good boundaries. You're going to love the blend. The music that we're listening to for the entire week is Carmen from the opera Bizet. I just like listening to the music. You can listen to the words too if you like to. And the song, the affirmation for today is, I feel positive about meeting my goals and go with the flow. And my song for that is the song Happy Talk from South Pacific. You've got to have a goal. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? So that's my song for today's affirmation. And then the affirmation for the entire week is, I wish for what is in my highest and best good. And what I wish for happens often. Let's notice and celebrate the things that we have wished for in the past that life has blessed us with. I wanted to be a mom of a lot of children. I'm a mom of 9. I wanted to be a mom of 13, but you know what? Having 9 children is the biggest blessing from heaven, and I'm sure God knows exactly what to bless me with, and I can be happy with what I am extremely happy with the children He has blessed me with. So whether it's something big like children in your life, or whether it's something small like the coolness of the day, the beautifulness of the sky, whatever it is, let's think about how we are being blessed and watched over by God, how our wishes are coming true almost every single day in some way. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, reminding us all that we have this incredible power with God to make every day a great day. Bye-bye.